Okay, you wanna go for the 9-year-old one?
No naman.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Filipino Freethinkers podcast that's also a video. I'm Red,
And I'm Talia.
and belated Happy Pride Month. So this is just, it's a weekend. If you haven't, do watch the highlights of our Pride March where we
Yes, we have
marched.
photos.
Yeah, for marriage equality. And speaking of marriage equality, one character
Yes.
is
In a very beloved franchise.
in a beloved franchise that is not Star Wars. The other one.
The other Star one.
The other space one, the sci-fi one. So we're talking about Star Trek Beyond. One of the actors, Cho,
Yes.
Mr. Cho, I forgot his first name. He announced that his character would have a husband and would be gay.
But it's a character that we all know and love.
Yeah, one of the
And-
main characters, not
yes.
just an extra.
From the original
Yeah.
series, it's going to be Sulu,
Sulu, who is played formerly by
George Takei.
George Takei, one
Who
of
we
the
all love.
Yeah, everybody loves him.
Yes.
We will
And his husband, everyone loves his husband.
Yeah, we will mention this again. Lea Salonga loves him, so all
Yes.
Filipinos should love him. Anyways, he's
His character was named after one of our seas.
oh, really?
Yeah, it
I did not
actually
know
was.
that. That's
because
a
they,
good
they
bit
said,
of trivia.
oh hey, he's gonna be Asian. Let's pick a place in Asia. Hey, it's not. He's gonna be Japanese, but let's pick a place from the Philippines.
Okay.
Smart, guys.
So see, Pinoy pride right there. But anyway, George Takei is a social media star and one of the LGBT heroes, one of the
Yes,
most
by
progressive
far.
people, the loudest voices in support of LGBT equality. So it will surprise you to know that his response to the announcement that his
Yeah.
former character, Sulu,
Would be gay.
would be gay
Is rather negative.
is negative. Why did he say it was negative?
Apparently, when he was playing the role as a gay man, he asked the producers if he could change. If
Gene Roddenberry himself is
Yes.
who he asked.
Yes, he asked directly if Sulu could be gay, and they said no. We want this Asian character to be specifically straight.
He was
So-
intended to be straight.
Yes. So when Takei portrayed the role, he portrayed it as a straight man.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Like at first it strikes me as
Yeah.
jealous maybe. Like I wanted to play him gay. Why does
Why
Cho
don't
get
I
to
get
play
do
him gay?
that? Yeah.
Right? But of course, the writers defended
yes.
the decision
Yes.
while still saying that of course we love George Takei. He's our hero. We love him so much. Everybody loves him. Filipinos love him.
Yes.
So they say that the intention of Star Trek, of course, is to portray diversity, right? And what
course.
could be more diverse than someone being a different gender, having a fluid gender orientation, and something like that. And
Yes.
it's a comforting thought, according to Simon Pegg, I think, that in the multiverse there are versions of us
That are different.
who are gay or
Yes.
bi
Yes.
or pan or whatever queer or whatever label that
Or
you know,
non-label.
or non-label, or asexual, right? So Star Trek has been very progressive in the portrayal of diversity, even in the
Yes.
90s,
Yes.
in
Even
their
when
shows.
it started.
So interracial kiss, I think, was the
Yes.
they can claim being the first show to portray that. They did show some very ambiguous or non-normative
Yes.
expressions of,
Yes.
of romantic love. But there has never been a regular gay character. So for Sulu to be the gay character, that's a big
Yes.
thing. But is
Yes.
it enough? Is it even a good thing? Because Kirk, if Kirk himself were
Yeah.
made the
If Kirk were turned gay, that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be really, really interesting. To
that
show.
that would be the headline.
Yes.
Right. But the consolation prize that we have now is another character, the Asian one. The Asian who does not usually get to play
Yeah.
the macho.
Not only is he the
male-
token Asian, he'll
Yeah.
be the token gay guy.
So eventually they'll put all of the tokens
Yeah.
in one. They didn't make him a black Asian.
Blasian.
Yeah,
Not
a
Blasian.
mix, and then he has all of the diversity. I mean, the minority traits
right.
in him.
He's an orphan,
You know,
and he's black,
there's-
but also Asian, but also gay. So that's what Sulu is going to turn into.
Yeah, because
at some point.
it's been a trend now. I mean,
Yeah.
for several years. I mean, not maybe for the last decade, where there would be announcements of, oh, this character was actually intended to be gay. What do you
Yes.
remember? I remember
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore was on my mind as well. Yeah,
Everyone
and,
was wondering if Dumbledore was gay, and it took years for Rowling to admit, yes, he was gay. Duh.
or like for the people who were faithful to the books, for that to be thrown on them if there's a hint of homophobia, or it might not even be homophobia or bigotry. It might just be they really want to stick to the canon.
Yeah, or
You know?
not even, well, because she said it, technically it's canon now.
Yeah,
But,
whatever
the
she
canon,
says goes.
Yeah, but the canon that they imagine, because when you're reading, it's different. You experience it in your mind in a specific way. So I guess they were just shocked, like most people would be, that what they imagined was entirely wrong. So they have to redo everything, and
They have to reimagine. It's
like,
so hard to imagine.
Yeah, like you made a project
messed it up.
and they throw it out.
Yeah.
It's like everything's wrong. So, yeah.
But I think what you brought up there, a story existing in your mind, especially for fiction, because in
Yes.
movies it's subjective. We see
Yes, we
only
see.
the same
Yes, they're
thing,
in blue. They cannot be in any other color.
right? But the multiverse, the idea of there being different universes, we are so used to this now.
Yes.
There are the book version, there's the movie version, there's the comic book version.
Yes.
There's the other comic,
There's a
the other
webcomic
movie
version.
version. Spider-Man has how many versions now?
Yeah.
Batman, how many
Depending on
versions
who
now?
owns the franchise at the time, it
Yeah,
changes.
so people are becoming more and more used to multiverses.
Yes.
And
Even within the same thing, like one comic will have 3 different timelines
Yeah.
that you have to follow, right?
yeah, and Star Trek itself is an
Yes.
alternate timeline. I mean,
Yes, that's true.
Sorry, spoiler if you haven't seen
Whoops.
the first movies. Yeah, they essentially rebooted the whole thing. It was a
Yeah.
clever way of doing it, and Star Trek would not be last to play with the idea of there being different universes. I mean, if there's a universal, if there's a movie that plays with universes, it would be Star Trek.
Yes.
Right? But let's go back to the idea of, the black best friend. That became a trope before. Or,
Yeah.
the male or the female black best friend.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a show where there was an audition for the black best friend, and there would be traits associated with this person. They
Yeah.
would be funny, they would be
Yeah.
sassy, those stereotypes.
They do the thing.
Yeah, but never the hero.
Yes.
Right? Unless like what portrayals of LGBT characters do you know that where that's the main thing, that's the main issue. Of course, there would be movies like Milk,
Yeah.
which is kind of cheating because it's a document. I mean, it's based on the true events of Harvey Milk, of the life of Harvey Milk.
Yeah.
Maybe there's Brokeback
Stories,
Mountain,
yeah.
and I forget the movie with Jim Carrey and.
I don't watch
uh,
movies the way you do, so stop
Yeah,
asking me.
So, but for the action adventure, swashbuckling
Yeah.
movie to have the main character
That's true.
be LGBT,
Because we have this idea of the main character with like a damsel in distress.
yeah,
And it's a
all
very
of the tropes,
specific
all
role.
of the stereotypes,
Right, yeah.
right. So,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I recently saw another movie, also very progressive when it comes to sex, because it portrays BDSM culture. I'm talking about 50 Shades of Grey.
I was hoping you wouldn't actually go through with it when you said you would watch that.
But it's okay. It's okay. The guy was an asshole. He was
Okay.
mean, and if you take him to be the representative of all
Yeah, I hear terrible
all
things.
doms, then
Remember, guys,
it's
safe,
bad.
sane, and consensual.
But initially, the actor they picked to play that role is Matt Bomer,
Whom everyone said was
who's
too ugly.
super. No, I think he's super hot. His eyes are pretty. Like you can
But you know
drown in
what?
them.
Your taste in
We
guys
have
is
different
weird.
days. Yeah, we
have different tastes in-
So Matt Bomer was in this movie with muscular, hairy guys, Magic Mike.
Okay.
Right? He was super hot in that, right? And he was super straight in that as well. But
Yeah.
but he was allowed to play the role. Now, for the role of Grey in 50 Shades of Grey, I think there was an issue with him being gay, which is why he was
Oh.
not chosen or he was replaced with someone else for the role because maybe women would like to have fantasies about someone who would actually be attracted to them.
Yeah.
Right? They can't make
That's hard to say because you can't be sure if they would be attracted to you anyway.
yeah.
I mean, the gender could be
Yeah,
fluid for
of
some
course, of
people.
course, yeah.
So there are gay guys who have had crushes on women. There are straight women who've had crushes on women. But
Yeah.
just like
It
you
bears
can't
repeating.
be,
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
just say that, oh, he's straight, he would like me. Oh, he's gay, he's
Yeah.
never gonna like me. I don't like him either. I find this really, really.
But it's closer, right? I mean, that's what the thought process may be, right?
I'm
If they're
sure.
imagining it in their mind,
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
it would be less of a quantum leap. Think of all of the allegations of certain movie stars being gay. Of course, it's unfair to these characters as well. We have our own set of those, but there have been people saying that Tom Cruise or John Travolta. These people, they say, are gay, right? Of course, we don't know if that is the case. But
And we're not going
the
to ask
issue
them.
there is that a lot of people think that their movies won't sell as much. You know, when they're playing the main role and the badass roles, but people know in the back of their minds that they're gay. I know for a fact that a lot of MRAs, those really mean people, would boycott movies just because of a switch of gender identity or gender orientation of
they're like that.
the main guy. I remember Ghostbusters, which is coming soon.
Yes.
Right?
Which is great.
Kobe
Chris
Bryant
Hemsworth is just eye candy being the secretary. It's great.
Yeah. You know, that kind of thing. They would boycott that movie just because they're now being played by women.
Mm-hmm.
Now these people, these same people who complain about the switch, they didn't make a fuss when the switch was made to the Watson character in Elementary.
Yeah, when it was turned into
Lucy
Lucy
Liu. Yeah, they didn't complain.
care.
They didn't complain.
Because she was the secondary character.
And she's pretty, maybe,
Lucy Liu is every Asian hot girl fantasy.
And it makes Sherlock more straight now.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
because he's not spending all his time with another man.
Yeah, and maybe some people didn't like the idea of Sherlock Holmes, their hero, being potentially gay.
Yeah.
And they were on the fence when they made the Watson character a woman. Now he's sexualized.
Yes,
now I will watch the show. So it's unfortunate, but we are taking baby steps, which I think this move to make Sulu a gay character is a good one.
Yes, definitely. I feel that way, but I also understand how whenever you remake something, or even if you translate a book into a movie, you will be pissing off a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Something will be wrong because the only way you can really satisfy everyone is if you transcribe everything and show it in the movie as a bunch of words scrolling, and that's the only way it will be exactly the same as the book.
Even then, it would still be different.
Yeah, it's a different font.
Yeah, even if you do that, the people sitting there for weeks, watching the text scroll, they would still say the book is better.
Yeah.
For some reason, the smell of the book is better.
The feel of the paper.
And it's elite as fuck.
Yes.
You have the book, you read the book first, you are the one. Right? But anyway, just think of the strides that we're making. On the LGBT, we have this. Now think of other minorities, like non-believers, for example. Like, when has there been a main non-believer character in a TV or movie show? I'll give you one example. House.
That's very true. House, right? But House is also a very specific character in that he's the main character you're supposed to hate, but you can't hate him because he's too brilliant.
Yeah, but he's just so mean. I mean, think of all of the non-believer characters in TV shows. They're often smart, but they're often also
unrelatable and mean.
Really mean.
Yeah.
Those kinds of depictions, they start stereotypes, and I think there's room for...
I can't even think of a main character who is an atheist and a woman.
Yeah,
right?
An atheist and a woman. Maybe Watson? Maybe no.
No.
They showed her being religious there.
In a lot of Sherlock depictions, they don't really show religion, or they don't really mention it. Because it's a very British thing. It's not really ingrained in their culture.
That's true. I mean, you would even assume that if it wasn't mentioned, they are atheists.
Yeah.
Right? In those other shows.
It's usually not mentioned. Yeah.
Oh, another thing I just recently remembered. If you haven't seen it yet, you might want to skip this part. But in The Legend of Cora, it was revealed, toward the end that...
there was a kiss.
What's her name? Cora. Cora was kind of bi, right?
Yes, who is the pretty girl that she kissed?
Asami?
Yes.
Asami?
The one, they were in this weird love triangle square with the brothers, and then eventually and then they left the brothers, and there was kissing.
We're in that society now where it's becoming more of the norm, and we're just waiting for that chance for a swashbuckling gay or lesbian or trans or LGBT character who does not
token thing.
Yeah, who does not embody the stereotypes usually associated with these roles. Yeah. Thank you for watching this episode. If you want to comment and subscribe, we will allow you. We will talk about this episode at the meetup. Check the details of that out on our website, on our social media sites. On behalf of Talia, Garrick, Frank, Tin, Max Pepper, the analyst desk, and our millions of staff, See you next week. And what is this? Oh, criminals have rights again.